Move it. Moving! Set!
Oh, man. There you go, Neo. Pack it in, pack it in, pack it in.
I'm gonna push and see if I get any coming out still.
Put the remainder of that wad of gauze on top.
Yep.
Hold pressure there for 5 minutes. Simulate.
Pressure's on.
How long
What are you doing?
5.
5 minutes. All right.
What are you
All right.
doing to me?
He
Ah!
needs a bandage. Now he needs a bandage. Nice and tight. Hold it to revolution. Make sure it's tight. A good bandage is a pretty bandage. Cover all of that gauze.
Move the cancel.
5 minutes, 5 minutes.
Move him.
Do it.
Move.
I got one to the arm.
Let go.
Left arm, left arm.
Arm.
Come on, Neo.
Down. Up and down.
Iron tight, iron tight.
That's right. Tight, tight. Move all the
You
slack.
got-
Move all that slack. Get that slack removed. Make sure all that slack is removed. Twist it to the
Yeah,
very
you
top.
have your pointer finger, but your rest of your hand is fucked up.
You're still under fire.
Here, come around this way.
You're still
Somebody
under
return fire.
You're under fire. You're under fire.
Somebody return fire.
That's sufficient. Let's go. Rock out. Rock out. Weapon up.
I'm up.
You got a gunshot.
I'm
Right
hit.
Right there to your ankle. It's squirting blood profusely.
Come on.
That left leg is down.
Got a gunshot wound to the leg. My ankle's hit.
My gun's up. How's the patient?
Patient's good for now.
All right, let me know when you're good.
Stand by.
Tight.
Got one more in.
Guns down.
Down.
Pick up fire. I'm still working this.
Got a double.
I'm up.
Come on.
I'm up.
I'm moving the patient. I got it.
All right, I'm up.
Let's go, let's go, let's go. Hey guys, what is going on, and welcome back to the channel. So today's video is just going to be a precursor to the end of year shoot that we had yesterday. There will be a vlog style video released for that shoot here in the coming days. I'm not exactly sure when I'm going to release it. It'll probably be next week, more than likely, because I got quite a bit of editing to do. There was quite a bit of shooting and stuff that had went on during that shoot, a lot of moving parts. I've got other people with footage that I need to get, and it's just going to be a bit slower releasing that particular one. But I did want to do a video just kind of showcasing exactly how the setup that I've got here held up, and I also want to go over this setup for the people that are new to the channel and have not exactly seen what it is that I've got in the rifle that you're primarily seeing me shoot. Now we're going to go ahead and we're just going to start from tip to butt on this and just kind of show you guys what it is exactly that I've got on this. So when the video comes out, you're not really asking exactly what it is that's on the gun. You guys can already know, but you can see exactly how well everything performs. So Starting from the front here, I've got a 4 Systems Monarch Recce. This is a 6mm bore, but is there in sort of a 5.56 flow-through style suppressor. This is an Inconel can. Now this can has held up pretty well. I do have a bit of a baffle erosion that is happening, glass baffle erosion that's happening, but that is to be expected whenever you are pushing a flash hider on a short gun on a can like this. You are going to get some erosion, and it's something that is prevalent there. It's also prevalent in my Otter Creek Labs Infinity. It's kind of the nature of the beast with things whenever you're talking about a can like this on a short gun, but if you do want to protect your blast baffle completely, you want to run a brake underneath it, but I personally prefer to run a flash hider underneath my guns, so that is what I've actually got. And now with the power of editing, the can is off. I'm not going to show that on YouTube because they, for whatever reason, frown on me showing you how to take a suppressor off. But underneath the suppressor itself, I've got a Revival Defense. This is their flash hiders, the closed tine flash hider with the closed off bottom ports down here. I don't remember off the top of my head the nomenclature, but I'll go ahead and post that exactly what the nomenclature for this muzzle device is. It's been a very good flash hider. It's just basically a souped up A2. It works very similar to how an A2 would work. It is not quite as good as their open tine flash hider, but one of the things that you're going to run into when you're running an open tine flash hider versus a closed tine is those open tines, they have some jets that they actually shoot in the blast baffle, and it erodes it even more. Open tines are incredibly hard on cans, so keep that in mind whenever you're picking, but it does a really good job mitigating flash whenever the can is off the gun, and it shoots very well. Moving on back, the rail, or realistically the upper receiver itself, is a factory Centurion 11.5 FBI upper. I do like this upper a lot, but there are a bunch of issues that I've had with this particular upper that I've alluded to in the past, and that I will showcase here in a minute that it's actually doing right now, because I have actually gotten out and used this gun quite a bit yesterday and have not cleaned it yet. But these are issues that were prevalent throughout the shoot yesterday. They started as early as one loadout into the shoot and persisted throughout the day. But other than that, it's been a very nice upper receiver. The rail itself is a very slim, low profile rail. It lends itself really well to getting a good purchase on it whenever you're actually trying to run the gun hard and fast. Not too thick, not too thin. Does a really good job with heat mitigation, but like any rail, it's going to eventually end up getting hot, which is why you want to run rail covers on here. Which, speaking of rail covers, I have got polymer. You don't want to run aluminum rail covers on aluminum rail. That's counterintuitive. I have got polymer Magpul, their M-Lock. I think it's their XTM, maybe, whatever they are. You can look them up with the Magpul rail covers. But I've got those on here. They do a really good job with controlling heat. We've gone through quite a few courses of fire with these, getting the gun extremely hot to the point where the rail is too hot to touch, but you can actually still hold the rail itself where the rail covers are at, because those do a good job protecting it from the heat. Magpul vertical grip up there as well. Now, as far as the accoutrements that I've got on the end of this gun, I've got a Mod Light OKW. Now, this light is a really good light if you want to have something that's good at throw, but the spill on this light is not very good. The lumen output on this is fairly anemic, but it does do still a pretty decent job. Last night, whenever we were doing the shoot, I had absolutely no problem with this light being able to see the targets down range, moving through all kinds of different barricades and such, and was able to get my hits no problem. I had these targets set up. They're a lot lower contrast versus like a white target set up downrange. I had the targets painted black, and by the time we actually got them into the night shooting portion, they were pretty much gray from being nailed with 5.56 and 300 blackout and 9mm all day. So Blight did a really good job with the PID downrange. Now keep in mind, I just posted a short on this. You do want to make sure that you're putting dielectric grease in the switch pocket down here. If you do that, you will not have any issues. A lot of guys with Surefire type switches had problems. I did not, because I had done that with the light itself, but prior to doing dielectric grease, I constantly had problems with this exact switch setup. As far as the IR capability that I had on this gun, is the Holosun Iris, and I'm happy to report that after the massive shoot we had yesterday, there was absolutely zero shift in this laser. It was pointing exactly where it had started. So kudos to Holosun for that. I was able to get my hits no problem all night shooting night vision. We didn't film any night vision last night because it's really hard to film under nods, especially whenever the moon was like it was last night, which was no moon. But the Holosun did a very good job as well. And I've got a Surefire dual lead tape switch mount that mounts to the Picatinny itself, so it's all one piece. It's a kind of a rubberized piece, and again, protects your hand from heat. It does a good job protecting the switch, the circuits and everything for the switch as well. Moving on back, the optic that I've got on here is just my Aimpoint T2. Simple optic on a nice high-rise mount. The bolt carrier group that's in here, it is a Sons of Liberty Gunworks, a Scalper bolt carrier group. Lower receiver, this is the oldest lower receiver that I've got actually. It's a Spikes lower receiver. Nothing really super special with it. I've got a Sons of Liberty Gunworks lower parts kit in here with a Geissele Super Dynamic Tricon trigger. A very good trigger. And then the grip itself is going to be a Magpul. This is their K2 grip, not the K2 Plus, not the rubberized one. And then I did stipple it because I like a nice good texture on here, because when your hands start to get sweaty with regular polymer grips without any kind of texturing, they'll start to slip around. It just kind of helps to really lock your hand into the gun, and I do really aggressive with that. Stock, it's a B5 Systems SOP mod stock. I do like these stocks a lot. They do a really good job. They're not super bad about pulling beard here. They are a little bit better than like your standard standard carbine stocks or like your MOE stocks from Magpul, but they're not quite as good as the dual tension stocks. So if you do have beard hair, just keep in mind that it will still get pulled, but it's not very bad. Charging handle, Radian Raptor charging handle. Again, I love these a lot. Nothing really special there with that. They're just a good down bare bones charging handle. Nothing other than that super complex about this. I am running a standard spring in here instead of the normal blue that I like to run, because as you guys know, Centurion says that's what you have to run on their guns in order to be able to cycle everything reliably, and went ahead and did that and just constantly ran into problems last night, and I got a bunch of it on video. It ain't just my gun that was having the problems. There was a lot of guns that were having problems last night, but to the point where I can actually pretty regularly get the malfunction on camera. So I'll go ahead and close the bolt. Go ahead and insert the magazine. And as you can see there, just like that, and I'll go ahead and get real close to the camera. This is exactly the problem that I'm talking about. So if you notice right here, this bolt is now out of battery. So what's going to end up happening if I try and fire this is I'm going to get a click, no bang. And a lot of times the round itself hasn't even seated around the extractor, so it'll actually end up causing a double feed. In this case, it did seat around the extractor, but you can see there, because of that weak spring, once you get these guns dirty, they have a very difficult time actually getting into battery. And that is the reason I run a blue spring co in my guns. That extra oomph of that spring gives you, prevents this exact thing from happening. And this is something that I had happen throughout the night, especially once we got into the night vision portion and the dew point hit, and then we had a lot more moisture in the air. This was pretty much every reload that I had, this was happening to it. Now you can push the forward assist and get the gun into battery, or you can get a spring co blue and Centurion can gas their guns properly and stop doing this stupid crane bullshit to making guys' guns not run right. Because again, if you actually get out and run your shit hard, it'll have problems. Now a lot of the guys are like, oh, my GWAT guns this, GWAT guns that. Every single military gun I was ever issued had problems like this. Whenever you got out and actually started running them hard, once they get dirty, they all jammed, aside from the M27. And the M27, lo and behold, wow, has a stiffer spring in it, equivalent to a spring co red. Amazing how that happens, right? The military kind of got with the times on that. So can't say it's a very consistent thing. So load a magazine, you gotta see it. Went in that time. And there you go. There it goes again. So without fail, you run the standard spring, and that is what's going to end up happening to your gun. Now you say, oh, why don't you just throw lube in it? Why don't you just do that? Say you're in a rainstorm, something like that's happening. You're in an area where water and oil don't mix well. If you start in an area where it's raining a lot and you're running your gun really hard, you start dumping lubricant into there, it's going to vastly exaggerate the issue that you are having with your gun. It's going to make it significantly worse. So again, guys, I'm just some dumb redneck that shoots, but there you go with that. There's going to be a lot more out on this gun where I've showcased the malfunctions that I've had throughout the year that I have ran the absolute piss out of this setup, but they need to open up the ports. So I digress with that. That's my rant for the day. But other than that, guys, the gun has been great. I've really loved the Centurion upper receiver. I mean, I don't want anybody to get that kind of twisted. It's everything else about this gun has been phenomenal. The barrel is incredibly tough. I love that the key way that they use to actually install the gas block, as well as pinning the gas block in place, as well as putting a set screw in place, multiple different redundancies to ensure that that thing does not come loose. There's a lot that is done very well, from the barrel profile to the materials used. Everything on this upper receiver has been phenomenal except for that gas port. Other than that, the gun has been great. Other than that, the gun ran great throughout the night. During the cycle of operations, I think I only had one malfunction during the cycle of operations that had just actually happened, and I didn't actually get that one on film because, believe it or not, I don't film all of the shooting that I do, but the gun itself has been really good. There is going to be a very full and in-depth Centurion video coming out on this thing at a later date, as well as the full range day vlog for the shoot that happened last night. You guys should have been seeing a couple of snippets from the actual footage itself from the shoot. Just kind of whet your appetite until the video comes out. But guys, if you do have any questions, go ahead and drop them down in the comment section below. Don't forget to like and subscribe, because that really helps out the channel, and I appreciate y'all watching.
I'm gonna keep going. So, I'll go ahead and do high five. Double feed. All right, so you can see here, nice double feed. This would insinuate a failure to extract, meaning your extractor didn't quite get a hold of the case like it was supposed to. You can do the same thing. Oh, that's a little bit of a brass over bolt. All right, so we got a little bit of a brass over bolt going on here. It's not a bad one, but the charging handle is actually actuating into the piece of brass. It's going to cause the bolt to want to lock to the rear. So what you're going to do is you're actually going to physically do that. You're going to lock the bolt to the rear, in which case you can strip everything out, double check, make sure it's clear, send the bolt home and keep going. Fucking love that. Damn.
That's how we do it.
Yeah. And that is a weak spring.
No way!
I think it's just a weak operator.
Springs out here. Is that a blue spring?
Nope.
It's a weak operator, that's what it is.
It's not.